hold on to your hats, fight fans, because, wow, the lightweight division just got turned completely upside down.
Totally unexpected.
We've got breaking news. Ilia Topuria, the featherweight champ, he's jumping up to 155 to fight Charles Oliveira, the legend himself, for the vacant UFC Lightweight Championship, UFC 317 International Fight Week, June 28th. Huge. Seriously, who saw this coming? With Makhachev seemingly locked in at lightweight, it's just absolute chaos, in a good way, obviously.
Oh, the best way. Absolute pandemonium.
Yeah.
It's exactly this kind of shakeup that makes the fight game so damn interesting.
You're right.
So yeah, this deep dive, we're going to unpack this completely unexpected title fight.
We have to.
I need to figure out, how did the title even become vacant? Really get into who these two guys are, Topuria and Oliveira.
And all the buzz, the early reactions, what people are saying already.
Exactly. The predictions, too.
Couldn't agree more. And we've gone deep for you on this one. We've been scouring, the red hot takes on Reddit.
Yeah. Always entertaining.
The Wikipedia pages for both fighters, the backstory, a ton of news reports, Sportsnet, essentially sports, CBS.
All the big outlets covered it.
Plus the official UFC stats, can't forget those, and even some expert breakdowns on YouTube, like from EPO MMA and ESPN MMA.
Good stuff there. Different angles.
Totally. So our mission today, simple, really. Give you the key info, cut through the noise, and just understand what this fight means, the story behind it.
And what it signals for the sport's future.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the vacant title then. What exactly went down?
Okay, so the headlines are pretty clear on this. CBS, Sports, Sportsnet, essentially sports. They all confirm it. Islam Makhachev has vacated the lightweight belt.
Just like that?
Pretty much. His focus now, welterweight. He's actually fighting the new champ there, Jack Della Maddalena, also at UFC 317.
Wow, so he's going for double champ status immediately.
That's the plan. A bold move for sure, putting that lightweight reign on pause.
And Reddit, I bet they had opinions.
Oh, you know it. The Redditverse is buzzing. Over on RMMA, you see some people saying, yeah, fair play. It's a champ's right to chase greatness.
Okay, makes sense.
But there's also a lot of, surprise. People comparing it to John Jones moving divisions, questioning the timing.
Yeah, it felt kind of sudden, didn't it? Not a lot of build-up.
Exactly. That short notice feel, which also came up in the Reddit threads, it kind of fuels that speculation.
Why now? What's the rush?
Right. Is it just wanting a new challenge or something else? We don't know for sure. But what we do know is the lightweight title is now up for grabs.
Which leads us straight to this incredible main event.
Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight strap. UFC 317.
Man. Topuria, undefeated, former featherweight champ, first fight at lightweight against Oliveira, the former king, seasoned vet. You couldn't write a better script.
It's a fantastic contrast, isn't it? You've got Topuria, this rising star, undefeated. Someone on Reddit called him a young buck, which kind of fits.
Yeah, he feels like that.
And he's already knocked out legends. Like that Volkanovski win for the featherweight title at UFC 298, huge.
Oh, massive. And just to be clear, we saw mentions of a Holloway fight later, but for this timeline heading into 317, it's the Volk win that's key.
Exactly. Stick to the facts as they stood then. So, yeah, Topuria, the unstoppable force, seemingly.
Against Oliveira, a guy who, as ESPN Brazil and Bitway.com really highlighted, has overcome so much. Poverty, doubts, just incredible adversity.
It really is. It's like the new guard meeting the redemption story head on.
And the fans online, totally split.
Oh, absolutely. You see the Oliveira faithful, one comment, Do Bronx, LFG from Tranquil Mang. Pure passion.
Gotta love the Do Bronx fans.
Totally. But then you have others convinced Topuria's power is just too much. I'll get a violently comb from another user. Intense. The hype is real. It's electric.
And the experts are fanning the flames, too. That EPO MMA breakdown, they called Topuria the best compound fighter.
Meaning good everywhere.
Yeah, striking, grappling, the works. But they also warned, expect absolute chaos.
Because of Oliveira.
Exactly. His pressure, his aggression, they think it's going to be fireworks, not a careful chess match.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oliveira doesn't really do careful, does he?
Not often. And ESPN MMA brought up that little bit of history between Topuria and Makhachev.
Oh, yeah?
Topuria apparently called Makhachev a hypocrite for moving up because Topuria felt like Makhachev blocked him from doing something similar at featherweight.
Oh, interesting. So there's some backstory there, some bad blood, maybe?
Seems like it. Adds another layer. And you just know the betting odds. We don't have them right here, but the bookies must be scratching their heads.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This is a tough one to call. Okay, let's dig into Oliveira a bit more. His road back here. It's been a journey.
Absolutely. Not a straight line at all.
No way. I mean, looking at his recent record, thanks to Wikipedia,
Right.
he just lost that split decision to Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 300. Tough fight.
Yeah, I remember that. He had some close submission attempts, though.
He did. Before that, though, a big win. Unanimous decision over Michael Chandler at UFC 309. Great fight, got fight of the night.
Right. Chandler's always game.
And before that, Beneil Dariush at UFC 289. First round TKO.
Yeah.
Performance of the night bonus for that one.
He racks up those bonuses, doesn't he?
Constantly. But then you have the whole title saga from 2022.
Oh, man. The Gaethje fight, UFC 274. He submits Gaethje, looks amazing.
But he missed weight by half a pound. Controversially stripped of the title before the fight even started.
That was crazy. So much debate about the scale, the timing.
Huge controversy. But it's part of his story now. And even before that, defending the title against Poirier at UFC 269, third-round submission, another performance of the night.
Just a finisher.
Always. And beating Tony Ferguson by decision before that, you just see exciting fights and finishes all through his record.
But it's more than the fights, right? His background story is incredible.
Truly is. ESPN Brazil, beatway.com, they talk about him overcoming poverty, health issues early on.
And the eyesight thing, I read that in The Athletic, bjpen.com too. Apparently needs glasses badly. I was legally blind without them.
Something like that. Yet he reaches the absolute peak of MMA. It's just mind-blowing resilience.
It really puts his achievements in perspective.
For sure. And the stats back it up. UFC's own numbers, MMA Junkie reports he owns the records, most finishes in UFC history, most submission wins.
Wow. The actual records.
The actual records. He's dangerous everywhere, but on the ground, he's a true wizard.
And all those fight of the night, performance of the night bonuses.
Yeah.
His Wikipedia page lists, like a ton of them.
Yeah, his trophy case must be overflowing. And it's great. He got that Forrest Griffin Community Award recently in 2025. Shows his impact outside the cage, too.
Definitely. A true legend of the sport. Okay, so now let's switch gears to Ilia Topuria, the undefeated challenger.
Right. A matador. We don't have quite the detailed wiki page for him in our sources, but the news articles, the Reddit buzz, they paint a very clear picture.
Confident, powerful, rising fast.
Exactly. Undefeated record, known for serious knockout power. That's the main theme from essentially sports from Reddit.
And that Volkanovski KO at UFC 298.
Yeah.
That wasn't just a win, right? That felt like a changing of the guard moment.
It really did. A huge statement. Made him the featherweight champion.
But now he's moving up without defending it. That's a point some fans are making, yeah.
Yeah, some folks on Reddit definitely brought that up, questioning if maybe he should have defended first before moving. It's not the usual path.
Fair point. An interesting little tidbit from essentially sports. Apparently he's got some backing from Team Khabib for this fight.
Huh. Considering Makhachev's connection there, that is interesting. Adds a little spice.
Definitely. And on a more personal level, pretty cool that he's set to get the Order of Honor from the president of Georgia that was mentioned on RMMA. Big national recognition.
Speaks volumes about his impact, yeah. So, okay, we've got the fighters. What about the fight itself? Keys to victory. Predictions.
Well, that EPO MMA breakdown we mentioned, they definitely be getting into the strategies, the specifics. Yeah. Even if we don't have the exact quotes here, you know they're looking at every angle.
For sure. Striking versus grappling, clinch work, cardio, all of it.
And then there's that grim prediction for Oliveira that essentially sports mentioned coming from Team Khabib's side.
Ooh, grim. They didn't specify what the prediction was.
Nope, just that the sentiment was pretty clearly favoring a Topuria win, likely a decisive one.
Interesting. So, expert and insider sentiment leaning Topuria, maybe.
Seems like it could be. But the fans on Reddit, it feels more like that classic split we talked about. Topuria's power shots versus Oliveira's submissions and his lightweight experience.
The ultimate striker versus grappler question, but with maybe the best examples of each style right now.
Exactly. Which kind of brings us to the bigger picture. What does this fight mean for the lightweight division, with Makhachev gone, for now at least?
It throws the whole division wide open, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The real reset button.
Totally. Whoever wins this becomes the new target number one. And the list of contenders waiting, it's a Shark Tank.
Poirier, Gaethje, Tsarukyan again, maybe Chandler, lots of killers.
And you always have that question mark. Will Makhachev come back down if his welterweight chart doesn't work out, or even if it does?
Always looming. It feels like a really pivotal moment, not just for lightweight, but kind of for the whole UFC landscape.
For sure. Okay, so let's wrap up the main points here.
All right. Key takeaways. Massive surprise announcement. UFC 317 gets a huge vacant lightweight title fight.
Ilia Topuria, undefeated, power puncher, making his lightweight debut.
Against Charles Oliveira, former champ, submission machine, incredibly resilient veteran.
The buzz is huge. Predictions are kind of split, but maybe leaning Topuria's power slightly, while always respecting Oliveira's ground game and experience.
Exactly. Total clash of styles and stories.
And here's the thing I keep thinking about, the question for you listening. With Makhachev stepping aside, maybe temporarily, maybe not, and this absolute banger of a fight for the vacant belt, are we just entering a totally new era for the lightweights? Like, way more unpredictable. And what does that mean for welterweight, too, with Makhachev crashing that party? It feels like the whole game board just got shaken up.
That's the big question, yeah. What happens next? So we definitely encourage you, dig deeper into these guys, watch their old fights, check out the stats on UFC.com.
Join the discussions online, read the analysis, form your own opinion before June 28th.
For sure.
Yeah.
This one has all the makings of an instant classic.
It really does. And, you know, in MMA, anything can happen. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds.